Hi guys, what's up? My name's the Cool Mike and welcome back with another video, but this is not gonna be a gaming video, but this is gonna be what you call my first time tag video. And this is where I'll be answering questions that involves my first time. And no, it's not what you're thinking. Whatever that is you're thinking, that's not it. But it's a series of questions like what was my first pet, what was my first toy, those kind of things. So without further ado, here are some of the questions that I'll be answering. So I'll be hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys enjoy this tag video, be sure to leave a like and let's get to it. So first question is, tell me your first foreign country you ever vacationed here. So what was tell me your first foreign country that you ever had a vacation. So my first country, as far as I can remember, outside my country, which is the Philippines, that I went vacation for was back in early 2000, if I'm not mistaken. I was 7 years old. I would say that would be New York City. So there you go. Let's go with the next one. Tell me your first Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook post. So I'm just gonna I managed to find my my first Facebook post, and here it is. There you go. That's my first Facebook post. That was, I think, the first time I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. I don't know, but that was my preview post. I mean my first Facebook post. I don't have Twitter or Instagram. I don't use any of those, but I have Facebook, and that's my first Facebook post, as you guys can see. Let's see. Next one is, tell me about your first time experience where you ever get into a difficult at home. Get into difficulty at home and school. The first time I had difficulty at home, well, I actually didn't have that difficulty at home. School would probably be high school, when things starts to get tough and there's a lot of requirements to graduate, and or secondary school, and before going to college, and choosing what college to pick, what course to choose, and also dealing with bullies. There's a lot of bullies in my school. I wasn't actually the popular one. Obviously, I'm not the popular one in my school, so I have to deal with bullies all the time. So that's actually it's all about having problems with school, with the bullies and the requirements. That's the before I went to college. So that's basically the difficulty part. So next one is, tell me about your first YouTuber that you subscribe to. The first YouTuber that I subscribed to is Freddy Wong. So I'm just gonna move here. There you go, Freddy Wong. So that's him, Freddy Wong. So Freddy Wong, I really like his content. Basically, back then it was, I'm not sure when it was, 2009. It was my first year in college, and I started watching him. He started making short videos that involve special effects, and I really love his content. So there you go. That's my first YouTuber that I subscribed to, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me about your first crush. My first crush was back in second year high school, if I'm not mistaken. She's from a different section or a different class. She was also very smart. I think she was ranked somewhere 8 or rank 3 in her entire class out of 30 students, more or less. And she was very smart, and obviously we're not that close. We never talked because obviously I got scared and nervous of talking to someone I like, and I never get the chance to talk to her. But we're friends in Facebook, so that's a progress. But obviously she has a boyfriend now, so that's that. Tell us about your first ever cell phone. My first ever cell phone is a Nokia 3310. So there you go. Nokia 3310. It is one of those cell phones where if you drop it in the floor would break and the phone would still be okay. It is one of those cell phones where you could use it as a sledgehammer. It works. So yeah, I'm just kidding. Don't try that. But yeah, it's a 3310. I didn't actually plan on getting a cell phone. It was my parents' choice for safety and communication purposes, but I did not intend to get a cell phone. I never cared for one. Not now today I cared for my cell phone because I listen to music and watch online stuff on my phone if I'm not in my computer. So yeah, that's my first cell phone. I think it was, when was that? I think it was back in high school. I did not, or fourth year high school. From third year high school below, or my second, almost more than half of my second grade. Yeah, or yes, it's not middle school, but yeah, third year high school below, I did not have a cell phone. So I had a cell phone starting in the fourth year, just a few months before I went to college, surprisingly. Alright, next one is, tell us about your first internet doings. What do I do when I first go online? As a YouTuber, I upload videos online. That's the first thing I do when I wake up. I go on to my YouTube, I log in, and I upload a video and edit the titles, the descriptions, the tags, the thumbnails, and yeah, pretty much that's what the first thing I do. I upload the video on my YouTube channel because I upload every day, which is very hard. So that's the first thing I do when I go online. Tell us about your first job experience. My first job experience, if I'm not mistaken, was a real estate company. Or no, if it involves on-job training, it was in the what you call, in the far away in the main city. I was working for what you call a TV commercial company who works with one of the biggest commercial companies in the Philippines, which is ABS-CBN. I work for I forgot the name of that company. Darn it, I have to check. But let's see, where is it? I actually forgot. But it was a company working for a TV broadcasting company where I had to edit commercials and videos with special effects, stuff like that. But my next main job, because this was just a training, but my real job after that was a real estate company in the city, in the main city, where basically I was a graphic artist, and I edit what you call posters, mostly posters and photos for this real estate company that advertises resorts and stuff like, and lands and stuff like that. So basically I was a graphic artist. I'm not gonna mention the name just for privacy, but I was a graphic artist in a real estate company. There you go. Where I did posters. It was actually good. They actually have a good pay. I was earning a lot of money, but the problem was, there were times that I have to work overnight. So what you call night shift. There were times that I have to go night shift like a nurse, where I have to stay at work until the wee hours of the morning. So I have to go to work from 3 in the afternoon until 12 a.m. in the morning, and then I have work the next day, which is again 3 to 12. And I have to do that once a week. Oh no, not once a week, once a month. And I have to do that 5 days straight a month. So there's gonna be a week where I have to work for 5 days, and it's gonna be night shift, and I have to work from 3 to 12, 3 p.m. to 12 in the morning, and then from Monday to Friday. So I have to do that 5 days in a month, or at least 1 week, and then Saturday and Sunday would be my off time or off duty, where I get to take a break. It was hard because, one, there are no bus during that time. That time usually drivers are asleep and probably at home. So there's no way for me to get back from my workplace to at home, and it's gonna be like a 3 to 4 hours ride. If there is no traffic, it's just gonna be an hour, hopefully. But I can just ride a taxi. The only problem is it's gonna cost a lot because I live in the province. So it's gonna cost me more than several, I would say $6. Yeah, $6 just to go back and forth. So that's $12. So my dad had to wait for me at work. After his work, he had to go to the parking lot and wait for my shift to end, and then he could pick me up, and then we could all go home together, which was very tiring for him because he also has work the next day. So that's one reason why I hate my work. It was the night shift, and the first time I did my night shift, my resistance went down so low that I had fever the first time I did that night shift. So that was my first job experience. It wasn't quite fun, but it was interesting either way. Tell me about your first online profile picture. Well, my first online profile picture is this one. This is me. Back then that was my high school days. So that's me. That was back my my high school days. So yeah, we were going to, let's see, me and my family had to hire a personal driver so that we could go on a vacation, on a nature vacation where we I think it was in the Philippines, Baguio or Tagaytay. Basically just to sightseeing some natural spots, and I think, if I'm mistaken, climb the hills, travel and look at some tarsiers and stuff like that. So that was, I guess, the first ever profile pic that I uploaded on my Facebook. That's the first thing I use as my Facebook profile picture. So yeah, there you go. That's all I can tell you about that picture because it was very long ago. I don't even remember it. Alright, okay, here's the next one. Tell me your first item that you do each morning. Well, the first thing that I do each morning when I wake up is probably go to the comfort room, do my business, pee, wash my face, and then went online to upload a YouTube video. So there you go. That's the first thing I do every morning. Usually it's mostly the other way around because I have to upload as early as possible to keep my schedule. The next one is, what is your first hobby that you adopt? I think, surprisingly, the first hobby that I adopt would be collecting Lego and Mega Blocks. As you guys can see behind me. Oh no, you can't see behind me. There you go. As you guys can see behind me, that whole cabinet there is full of Lego. So mostly I collected Lego way back when I was in high school. And I also watch anime. I collected a lot of anime CDs and I watch a lot of anime. So yeah, and that's probably another hobby that I adopt, if I remember. The first hobbies that I adopt was that, collecting Lego and Mega Blocks, and because I loved collecting them, and watching anime. Alright, next question would be, what is the first biggest goal in your life? The first biggest goal in my life would probably be graduating college. That would be it, if I'm not mistaken. And luckily I did graduate in college, and now I'm doing this. So yeah, that's probably the biggest goal in my life. What is your favorite TV show? What was when you were growing up? What was the first favorite TV show while you were growing up? So what was the first TV show that I watched when I was growing up? I would say I'm a big fan of Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, so that would be either SWAT Cats. I remember watching that, SWAT Cats, or Kablam. So it's either SWAT Cats or Kablam. So they're cartoons. So SWAT Cats is from Cartoon Network and Kablam is from Nickelodeon. So those are the TV shows that I watch. The first TV shows that I watched way back when I was 7. What is your first favorite movie that you ever seen? What is your first favorite movie that ever seen? I would say I don't really remember my first movie, but I would say Star Wars. Star Wars or the Pirates of the Caribbean. I believe so. Either of the two. Yeah, Star Wars or Pirates of the Caribbean. So those two. Tell me the first time which you like the most for your room. So the first item which you like the most for my room is having a bathtub. When we were planning to buy a house, or have our house built, I requested my dad to actually buy a bathtub, and I have it there. I don't use it anymore, which is a waste, but that was my dream. One of my dreams was just to have a bathtub so that I can brag to my friends that I have one. So yeah, that's the first thing I like about my room, is the bathtub. Let's see. What is the first biggest influence in your life? Oh, I would say the first biggest influence in my life was doing YouTube. I was influenced by a friend. He told me to keep doing to start my own YouTube channel, and then I started watching YouTubers do YouTube and how they do YouTube. And the first YouTuber that I watched that inspired me to do YouTube was, I would say, if it's not Freddy Wong, it's Markiplier. So yeah, that's that. Freddy Wong does special effects and Markiplier does gameplays on YouTube. Okay, so what is your first challenge of your life which you accept? Probably college. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge in my life, was probably college. What's the first challenging part was, getting through college and finding a school, getting a diploma, and finally finishing that journey. So yeah, that would be it. Next one would be, what is the first favorite song that you listen all the time? Oh my god, I'm a big boy band fan. Way back when I was little, I listened a lot to NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and then later become a Big Time Rush, which was a TV show from Nickelodeon, I would say. So yeah, that's that. Next one is, what is your first favorite food? I remember that I used to travel when I was little. My parents took me to different countries, and I always watch a cartoon called Popeye the Sailor Man, where I watched this cartoon called Wimpy. Is that his name? I don't know, but this is what he looks like, Wimpy. So that he likes eating hamburgers. That's one reason why I got adopted to eating hamburgers, and that's the one reason why I love eating hamburgers, because of that cartoon character. So that's my first favorite food, hamburgers. So yeah, what is your first favorite cartoon? Either Squat Cats or Kablam, the one I just told before in the previous question. Next one is, what is your first dream about your intention of life? My first dream would be, I would say, to become a manga artist back in high school before I went to college, because that's the reason why I took college. Was I took an art course as a multimedia arts science. It's because I want to draw. I used to draw. Now I don't draw anymore. I design mostly in computers, but I used to draw a lot, and my first dream or intention in life was to become a manga artist, because I love anime and I used to watch a lot of anime back then, and I had this idea that what if I made my own anime or my own Japanese comic book, which was weird. But yeah, things change. That's not my dream anymore. But that was my first dream, was to become a manga artist or an animator, something like that. What is your first favorite video game? Oh, it's easy. This one, my first favorite video game, and still one of my favorite video games of all time, because I'm a 90s retro kid. I grew up in the 90s and spent most of my childhood in the 90s. My first favorite video game is none other than Pokemon Blue from Game Boy Color. So Pokemon Blue. That's my first favorite video game. And that's also one of my favorite video games of all time, next to Resident Evil 3 Nemesis from PS1. But Pokemon Blue, I love I haven't played the newer versions like the Sun and Moon and Diamond and Ruby. I played Green, Blue, Red, Yellow, but Blue was the first one that got me intrigued to Pokemon. I also played Fire Red and Leaf Green. I did play Gold and Silver and finish it. And then I stopped there. I do not like the newer Pokemons. They look weird. I always preferred the first generation of Pokemons. The Blastoise, Charizard, and Ivysaur. Was it Ivysaur? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the final version? Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Ivysaur. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. But yeah, Pokemon Blue is my first favorite video game. Next one is, what is the first component of your life that you feel proud of that moment? The first thing that I was proud about my life was graduating college, because that was a big achievement on my book. So yeah, personally, that was a big achievement. So yeah. What is your first favorite profession? Manga artist, because I used to love and watch anime. I mean, I still watch anime, but I don't love them that much anymore because hobbies or favorites change, I think. So yeah, my first favorite profession is what you call manga artist or an animator. Okay, next one is, what is your first skill that you want to learn? The first skill that I want to learn is to draw. I used to draw a lot. I used to practice. Should I show you what my drawings look like? Nah, that's gonna be embarrassing. But I used to draw a lot. So the first thing that I want to learn was practice. I used to buy a lot of what you call it. Let me see. I think it's still here. What you call books that tells you how to draw. So yeah, it says here. So this is I'm not sure if you guys could see it. So I used to buy a lot of these things. Master edition. You can draw manga, so it teaches you how to draw anime. So basically the what you call story basics of animation and drawing. I bought a lot of these things. I still have them. Because I can't throw them away because they're still useful, and there's a few pages, space pages where you can draw and practice. I rarely draw, but I bought a lot of this because I love collecting them. At the same time, it teaches me how to draw. So there you go. Should I show you what my drawing looks like? I think I can. Oh. So let's see, what's the best drawing that I have that will not embarrass me in front of you guys? This looks good. Nope, I changed my mind. That doesn't look good. Basically, I just draw a lot of yeah, I guess this will do. Why not? I never draw anymore. I used to draw a lot, but yeah, there you go. It's me in anime form. So that's what I do. I used to draw a lot and I enjoy drawing. Not anymore though, because I'm too busy recording YouTube videos. But yeah, that's me. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but that's me. There you go. Okay, let's go to the next question. What is the first decision that you took in your life? The first biggest decision that I took in my life was choosing a college or a school to go to college. Yeah, or probably choosing a course. Another thing would be, I was planning to do what you call choose fine arts, but I went for multimedia arts because of animation and special effects, which got me intrigued because of Freddie Wong. So yeah, it's either choosing a course or choosing a college or a school to go to college. Alright, we're almost done. Let's see. What is the first three things that you love? The first three things that you love the most? Easy. Lego, YouTube Internet. Oh no, is it? I think it's Lego YouTube. Yeah, Lego YouTube Internet. Those are my 3 favorite things. Those are the first 3 things that pops out into my head. What are the first 5 things that you thought you want to do before you die? Oh, this is gonna be personal. Before I die, 5 things that that you thought you want to do before I die. My first was to travel, which I have accomplished. Because now I went to different countries already. I went to New York, I went to Germany, I went to Guam, I went to London, I went to Canada, I went to Singapore, and hopefully by December we're going back there again. So yeah, the other things would be, let's see, this is personal. Second thing is to experience a white Christmas. I never experienced, because I live in a tropical country, which is the Philippines. I never experienced white Christmas ever. So hopefully by if we go to what you call Canada this December, hopefully I would experience what it feels like to have a white Christmas. So that's one of my goals. Hopefully I can check that in the bucket list before I die. Another dream that I want is another dream that I want is to work abroad, because life is better there than here. So to get a job there and hopefully stay there for good. So that's another dream. Another dream that I want to accomplish before I die is skydiving. I never tried skydiving. I'm pretty sure my parents will never let me do skydiving because it's dangerous, where you have to jump several hundred feet in the air and then parachute, hopefully with an expert. But yeah, that's I think you can do that in Dubai. So that's another thing that I want to accomplish, to do skydiving. And the biggest goal in my life is to hopefully get my hopefully reach 100,000 subscribers in YouTube and get at least a silver play button plaque from YouTube. That is my goal. My ultimate goal is just to reach 100,000 subscribers and get a silver play button, and I'll be very happy. I don't even care if I don't reach 1 million or 200,000 or 150,000. Just 100,000 and get a silver play button. That's my goal. That would be an achievement either way, a big achievement. And a lot of nowadays getting a lot of subscribers is hard, because YouTube is a platform that involves competition and getting views. So yeah, those are the 5 things that I thought were the first 5 things that I want to accomplish at least before I die. And the last one is, what is the most expensive thing that you have? What is the first most expensive thing that you have broken? I would say my gaming laptop, the one I'm using right now to record. This one, I dropped it. I put it in the back of the car. We went home from the province after visiting my grandma, my grandmother, and then it was in my backpack, and it was the back of the car in the trunk, and then the bag just drops from the ground because of its weight, and bang, it smashed the laptop's hinge. Broken. I managed to get it fixed temporarily, or hopefully it's still working. They just glued it. Surprisingly, they did not replace it, because it would take several months to replace it, and that means I couldn't record or edit videos for months and months, because of waiting just to wait for them to have it fixed and replaced. Which is, I think warranty does not apply to warranty when you accidentally broke your laptop. It only applies when there's a malfunction kind of thing. So even then, warranty will not approve it. So sadly, yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this what you call tag, which is my first time tag. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe now if you haven't. And as always, I will see you guys next time with another brand new video. By the way, if you guys want to answer the questions, let me guys know what your answers are in those questions that I just answered and put them in, or put them in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to read them. And as always, I will see you guys next time with another brand new video. This is the Cool Mike signing off. Goodbye.